government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years, but not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to a special lockdown episode of Avenger Radio, your home of all things Avondale FC, coming to you live from the virtual studio on Football Nation Radio. My name is Branson Gibson. I am joined via Zoom by FNR's Ed Gooden and Josh Parrish. Good evening, lads. How's it going?
Hello, mate. How are we?
Doing very well, Ed. How are you, Josh?
Yeah, look, surviving. The four walls are closing in, but doing my best to stay sane.
Fantastic. Good to hear. We have a big show ahead of us. Joining us from the start, we have guests from our senior men's side. We have Blake Carpenter and Kristian Trajceski. G'day, guys. How are you?
How's it going? Good, thanks. Yourself?
Boys, how are we?
We're doing well. Thanks very much for jumping on Avenger Radio. Before we get to it, though, lads, Ed, mate, your favourite part of the show, straight off the bat, the sponsor segment. I'm going to tell you about one of our major partners who is sponsoring tonight's episode, and that is Goldfields, mate. Goldfields are Melbourne-based developers renowned for their unparalleled vision and expertise in the property industry. That's unparalleled vision and expertise there. Not one, not the other. It's both. Goldfields has a vast wealth of experience across multiple facets of property development, including residential apartments, townhouses, master planned land, communities, commercial office towers, and mixed use projects. For more information, visit goldfieldsgroup.com.au, Ed.
Lovely. Love your work as always, Branson.
Thank you. Guys, so we're back in lockdown. The season has been put on hold. We're back in the virtual studio. Blake, how's lockdown going, mate?
Yeah, it's all right. So it feels like it's never ending, really. It's back and forth, but here with the boys, so at least I got them for company. Doing a couple of days of work now, but that's about it.
What's the living situation like? What's the daily routine?
Right now, so Monday, Tuesday, get up about 6 o'clock, go to work, finish about 12:30. So it's about not a long day, and then come home, do the boys' washing because they're lazy as per usual, living with Rory and Yite. Do the dishes from their leftovers on the night before. Clean up Rory's bedroom, clean up Yite's bedroom. That's Rory.
That's the laundryman sending you his next request.
Yeah, that's nice of him. Nice of him to get the washing sorted early for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So do you do the washing because you are particularly gifted at it, or?
I'd say I've done it a fair bit in this household. So even when Steph and Lundy were here as well. So yeah, I think it's because I'm the youngster. I've got to take that on board, unfortunately, but that's the way it is.
Would you say you're the earliest riser amongst the Avondale squad?
Definitely.
You kind of have to be, wouldn't you? For those who don't know, what line of work do you work in, Blakey?
I am a coffee rep and also a delivery guy of the coffee. So I know if you want anything to know about coffee, anything to do with coffee, I'm the man.
Melbourne's petrol. Keeping it rolling.
Yeah, it's the only thing keeping us going at the moment, I think. Blake, we might actually be testing that knowledge later. Just a little tease.
Kristian, how's lockdown going for you, mate? Are you as busy as Blake seems to be?
Nah, not as busy as Blake. I've got uni started this week, so I'm just, started with that and also doing JB's program. So, trying to keep busy as much as I can.
So what are you guys doing to stay active? What are your sort of team commitments? So obviously, JB, the head personal trainer or personal trainer, physio, head of
conditioning coach.
Conditioning coach. There we go. That's a better way to put it. He's got programs for you. What other sort of team commitments? Do you have team meetings or anything like that? Or do you have homework from Zoc?
Not really. It's just JB's program he sends out every second day, just to get the.
We'll probably do a Zoom session in the next week or so. I'd say Zocky will sort that out. We usually do a Zoom session if it's longer than a week or so. So that'll be good to see all the lads.
Are we getting used to lockdowns by now? Obviously, last year, Blake, you were off in South Australia playing, but we had the pause earlier this season as well. Are we used to it? What kind of impact does it have?
Just feels like part of life at the moment. It's like hit and miss sort of a thing. So I'm just living, all of us boys are living life day by day just to make sure that if we do play, we play to our ability. And if we don't, we sit down at home and keep our fitness up and, just try and keep our mental state there. So, that's the main thing for all us boys, I reckon. Just keep mentally stable through these lockdowns.
Kristian, what do you think are the biggest challenges?
I guess it's just trying to keep fit, where it's a lot less motivation to go out and do running when it's just running. And JB's programs are pretty intense. It's a lot of work to do. So it's just that motivation and commitment just to keep at it, and hopefully we're out of lockdown next week and we're back on the training pitch together.
What's the lockdown exercise regimen actually look like when you're getting together for a Zoom session? Is it literally like push-ups in your living room, or?
Not really. Just depends on the Zoom sessions are just meetings.
Sure.
Yeah, just to see how everyone is.
Yeah, just to catch up.
JB does the old the stretch session, but
no one rocked up to it.
He's a bit gutted. He hasn't really spoken in the chat ever since that. So JB's a bit gutted over that, I think, with the lads. So
I would love to know what the Avenger group chat is like. Who's the most active, do you think? And who kind of we have a segment on FNR called Group Chat L, where we kind of post people's failed memes or just poor takes. Is there anyone who takes an L here or there?
The best comment of this week so far was probably Dylan Jacoby's tip on the weekend. No one thought it actually would come in, and bang, he's popped in a $15 pop, and everyone's gotten it. So Dylan Jacoby, he's picked up. Stefan Valentini would probably be the most active on there, I'd say.
That's for sure.
Always trying to get a conversation out of someone.
What was the tip? If you don't mind.
It was race 8, Flemington, number 1.
Oh, very specific.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was unfortunately I actually didn't get on it, so I was a bit devastated, to be honest. But
oh no,
all the lads got on it. I was paying $15, so the boys were buzzing.
Well, I can see it's still playing on your mind there, Blakey.
Yeah, I'm gutted. I'm still gutted.
I think Steph being the most active, that tracks, to be honest. Is he always posting memes and GIFs and so forth? Or?
Yeah, always trying to find the next thing that's going to make someone comment in the chat or,
I mean, he's a little bit addicted to his devices anyway, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Now that he's right. Sure, yeah.
now that he's a real estate agent as well, like he's always on his phone. Yeah.
Bro, if I get to see Steph Valentini doing one of those real estate walkthroughs where it's got like the steady cam and and the doors just magically open before him as he's walking through, I'd pay good money for that.
Come to training.
Yeah, does he do it at Avenger Park?
He rocks up in a suit, everything ready to go.
The RMs.
Smile is that wide.
He's just sold a $4 million property in Brighton East.
He wishes.
Has anyone ever been kicked out of the group chat? Does anyone get put on like the ban list or muted or booted for anything like that? Or
not really.
That's an interesting question, that one.
It's more of someone getting roasted than getting banned.
Yeah.
Anyone leaving because they're just getting bullied so hard?
Nah, nothing like that.
It's actually usually me who actually gets the bully. It's always a video saying, "Oh, this is Blake," or "This looks like Blake as a kid." It's usually like a little midget running around or something. So
Yute cops it a fair bit too, to be honest.
Yeah, Yute does as well, actually.
Right, sounds like a good
great
way
banter.
Yeah,
good banter.
Good way to preserve your mental health in lockdown, you know.
Yeah.
Turning to the season as a whole, boys, we've been in pretty darn good form in the league. 18 games undefeated heading into the COVID enforced pause. Blake, what has been your highlight of the season so far, mate?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. Probably, I would say probably making the round of 32 for the FA Cup. I think it's because I've never been in the FA Cup before. I think that's just a good achievement to have under your belt, and with the lads, especially with the boys doing well in previous years. I think we've got a good chance to keep progressing. So I think that's a big highlight for me this year so far. So no, it's been good.
Hey,
Kristian,
what about you, mate?
sorry.
Oh, sorry, go.
No, you go first, mate. Kristian, what was your highlight? And I'll ask my question. Jump in.
I mean, I'd have to agree with Blakey with the round of 32, but also like we play each week, and obviously our unbeaten run keeps on continuing, and I guess we're just trying to build on that. So each game is probably our most look forward to game. So we just want to continue playing the way we want to play and keep maintaining that run.
Do those midweek cup games feel a bit different? You know, the underlights kind of pressures on knockout fixture. Does it feel any different in those occasions, or is it just same game plan? You know, same as.
Yeah, I think we take each game as it comes, depending on the team we play. But obviously, there's a bit more, emotion and passion with the cup games, as it's a one-off game. Anything can happen. But yeah, we look forward to them, and we can't wait to get some more of them.
You still with us, Blakey? You seem to be dropping in and out of your video there.
Yeah, someone's trying to call me, fill my head in.
Is it it could perhaps be Stefan Valentini who is...
No, it's actually I don't know if you boys know him. It's actually Robbie DeRosa.
Oh no.
If you know who that is. He's wanted me to give out a shout out on this.
Well, keep it to the stream comments, Robbie, because you're actually interrupting the show at the moment. But knockout games, Blake.
Yeah, no. I think with all the boys, I think we all get up and about for midweek games. I just feel like it's a bit of an extra thing to do other than the season, you know what I mean? So, and especially at night, everyone loves a night game and under lights with a bit of a crowd. So, something to look forward to after a day's work.
Just sort of building on that with the cup games, we have a massive end of the season coming up. Obviously, we got the round of 32, the FA Cup. We have the Hockey Cup semi-final against Port Melbourne, the race for the championship as well. How do you prepare for that? Like all those big games coming up, does having that many important games take a toll at all, or as players do you just sort of thrive on it?
A bit of both, but we got depth in our squad and a lot of players to play, and some players can get a rest and others, can play. But we look forward to it, and we want to be in this position from when we started the season. So it's nothing we haven't spoken about, and what we want to achieve is in the end of the season. So we're all looking forward to it and can't wait to get back.
What do you think, Blakey?
Yeah, no, I think it's more of a thing that all of us boys look forward to. Obviously, it's a bit more. You feel a bit more professional having games every couple days and having something to look forward to during the week. So I think when we get back and looking forward to those big games coming up, I think the boys will be up and about, definitely.
So let's rewind to the last couple of games, starting with the 4-0 win away to Eastern Lions. What were your thoughts on that match? I always feel like going down to Gardeners Creek, it's always a little bit different to the rest of the NPL. It feels a little bit more claustrophobic in there. It always seems to be a horrible wet day for some reason. I think there's some sort of Welsh microclimate surrounding that venue, but they try and play it on their terms and trying to address the sort of gap in skill and resources by making the game quite direct, like some sort of English lower league encounter. What did you make of the contest, starting with you, Blake?
Obviously, Eastern Lions are a good fit out. Always going there is a tough game. So, as you said, they like to play to their strengths. So, they're an English club. So, they're a very direct club and try to catch us in behind. But I think we dealt with it really well. Their pitch was very deceiving. It was very, very up and down, sort of like a skate park, to be honest. But us boys, we went there, did the job. Steph got a double. You could ask him about that. So he's on 12 goals now, so he'll be buzzing. And Nite put him on a platter. He just wanted me to add that in for you. But no, it's good. We're doing well.
Kristian?
Yeah, I thought Eastern are a good side, especially at home. As Blake said, the pitch wasn't the best. It was really bumpy, but it was good grass. But yeah, we managed to score early and kind of absorbed a lot of pressure during the first half. And I think that kind of set us up for the second half. And a few tweaks at halftime, we came out and put three past them. So good result, good performance, and overall good. It was just good to get a win.
It was a pretty feisty game. There's no shortage of yellow and then even a red card towards the end, Blake.
Yeah. I don't know how to comment on that one. I wasn't too happy. Wasn't too happy at all. But
with the challenge?
Yeah, with the challenge. Not the best tackle I've ever had on me, to be honest. But not even an apology either. So I was a bit devo about that, to be honest. But no, that's football, isn't it? Got to deal with them things, and that's part of the game.
You went into the book too, to be fair. So
yeah, I did. That was my 5th yellow as well. So I was.
You're out, aren't you?
At that as well. Yeah, I'm out next game, spewing.
Tough.
No, good. I was actually going to say that's one of my. I mean, obviously the situation isn't fantastic. Potential injuries, we've seen it kind of go into that space before, but when there aren't any injuries, it's one of my more favorite things is that the NPL seems to give players a bit of flexibility when it comes to, getting a bit fired up and things getting spicy. I always say whenever I call a game, it's like there will be a moment. Like there will be a spot fire somewhere. It just depends where it comes from. So I don't mind to watch it, to be honest. Do you guys enjoy the fact that you can kind of have a little bit of room to, get a bit fired up against each other?
Yeah, I reckon it's part of our game, Avondale especially. We love all the boys. We thrive off that stuff. So make sure all of us boys get in there and try chuck a little cheap one in there here and there. So
is there anyone on the squad who has a notoriously short fuse that you're going to have to hold back at some point? Or
sure, you guys know the answer to that one.
I was trying to tee you up for it.
If I speak, I am in trouble.
Yeah, it's not really a fuse. He just loves to get in.
It's not a fuse. It's part of his daily routine. But no, that's good old Stefan Valentini for you, lads.
That's it, boys. Well, we actually have a quiz coming up next. Josh alluded to it before. It's a multifaceted quiz, though. We've got a little bit of Avondale trivia, a little bit of personal trivia about you two as well, and then we've got some hot topics that we might quiz you on at the end. But Josh, I think we're just going to dive into it, mate.
Yeah, let's do it. Give us the first question, Bran, and these are for both of you, and then we'll get into the individual questions later.
That's it. So, Stefan Valentini, boys. Blake, as you said, he scored 12 goals so far this season. He's also scored a hat trick. Who did he score a hat trick against?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Buzz in.
Buzz in with your name.
Kristian, St. Albans.
Correct. It was against the mighty St. Albans
Josh,
Saints.
are you keeping score?
I am keeping score, so that's 1-0.
Played that game as well. I didn't play that game.
No, I didn't know we had to buzz in. I would have buzzed in straight away.
Advantage,
Do we-
Kristian.
Do we want to put something on the line here? Is there anything, Kristian? Is there anything
Oh,
Blake
dear.
has that you would like, or Blake's there anything Kristian has?
Well, Stefan Valentini says in the comments as well, apparently Blake's using his AirPods or something. So that was from a
Yeah.
previous quiz showdown or something. I don't know, maybe.
Not that I could think of, no.
Nothing. I don't
That's
know if
right.
that's an insult to Blake. I don't know how to take that.
Pride is on the line, I think, Ed.
I will do pride.
We'll do Pride. That's always a good one. We'll roll on. Second question. What was the original name of Avondale FC?
Oh dear.
Missouri.
No.
Good guess.
No. Unfortunately not. Any guests?
Avondale
Guesses?
Heights?
Sorry. Used to be Avondale Heights. We're talking about the original name that the club
Yeah,
was
the
founded on. in
1984
yeah.
title we're looking for.
No, couldn't tell you.
This isn't a good look, Kristian. I'm telling you.
That's right. The club was formed as Keilor United, ICKA.
If you just got Keilor, we would have given it to you. I
Yeah,
think.
we would have taken that. We would have taken. Founded by Italian migrants, formerly known as Keilor United. So, yeah.
When
there you
did
go.
the switch happen, Branson?
I don't know, mate.
No, see now you're looking bad, man.
Now you're exposed.
That's right. It's not just you boys. It's all good.
No, I don't have the official timeline. Leave it with me, Ed. I'll see if I can find it out.
We'll contact Sam Watson for that.
That's
one.
it.
He'll know.
Boys, we mentioned the FFA Cup. We're into the round of 32. Name the 4 teams we beat on our journey to the national stage.
Blake.
Yeah, go for it, Blakey.
North Geelong.
Yep.
Oh, no. North Geelong.
Is there a time limit? Because I know the answer.
Oh, we'll give him a little bit. Yeah.
If you can't get more than one.
That's shocking. North Geelong.
Okay.
Hey,
All
don't
right.
look over there.
Time has expired there.
Yeah. All right, we're going to Kristian. We're going to Kristian.
We got Beaumaris, Yarraville, North Geelong, and Paco.
In
Oh,
order
2-0.
as well.
How have I got? That's really bad.
I can't believe you
That's a
didn't
good
get
effort.
Paco.
That's what
It
happens-
wasn't even
that's
that
what
long
happens-
ago.
That's what happens
Last
when you're in
week.
lockdown.
Also, Ed, I've just brushed up on my memory. The club changed name to Avondale Heights in 1999. Was when we shifted.
I'm glad that came to you organically.
And
Grant.
that coincided with the shift to Doyle Street, if I'm not wrong.
It did, Josh. It did indeed. You're spot on there,
Little
mate.
history lesson.
What are you an Avenger radio host or something, Josh? Go.
Yeah. I'm a man with a search engine in front of me. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah, that's it. Sticking with the FFA Cup, lads, this is our second time in the FFA Cup national stages. We also made it in 2018. What is our best result in the FFA Cup? Like, what is the furthest we've made it into the competition?
Blake,
Yep.
round of 16.
Kristian, quarters.
Oh, it is 3-0.
What do you mean? Round of 16 is quarters, isn't it? Oh,
Is
no,
it?
that's round of 8.
No.
I think we need a maths lesson, not a history lesson.
This isn't good.
I get those mixed up as well, to be fair.
Thanks, Ed.
No worries, mate. That's my job. That's why I'm here.
I know who
Okay.
it is. I know who it was against. Who we got knocked out by.
Should we give an opportunity at a bonus
Okay.
point, Bran?
Come on, surely.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Who was
okay.
it?
Sydney FC.
Who scored for Avondale in the game?
Liam Boland 2.
Oh, there we go. Good.
That's a point.
Okay, we'll give him a bonus point there. It's
no,
3-1.
it was slight redemption. Kristian's not happy. We'll see how it goes. It's
But
like,
he's-
Christian, I like how Christian just didn't have a chance to win
Yeah,
that. as well.
he's like, Kristian, you win anyway.
I did. Actually.
The quiz is going to take a bit of a turn here, Ed. I think you're going to take us through the next couple of questions, man.
So these are the questions for. Wait, hold on. How are we actually doing this, Branson? So these are the questions for each player.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are the personal ones. So you've got a question for Blake on Kristian, and then a question for Kristian about Blake.
Okay.
Shall I start it?
Yeah, you do these ones.
All right, so this one's just for you, Kristian. Blake won the NPL South Australia Championship last year, but for which club?
I think Campbelltown City.
That's correct, is it not, Blake?
Wow.
He's good.
Boom.
He's good. It's 4-1.
He's good.
I feel like the next one's far more difficult, but anyway, Ed,
It
take
is.
us away.
Give me a hint if you need to.
Okay. Blake, which Portuguese club
I
did
knew it was going to be that.
Kristian play for?
I'm not sure Kristian even knows.
He's not going to get it.
Oh, I've definitely asked him. Nah, no idea.
If you can
No
give us the
idea.
letter it starts with.
Wait, which one?
What's
There's
coming
two.
to
There's two.
Yeah. What's coming to your mind, Blake?
Actually,
Any symbol?
Gafana?
I think he's got it there, Blake.
He's got it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Not sure if it's someone's telling him stuff from
Blake
behind.
Carpenter from the
No,
corner.
no. Just quickly bang like this.
It was just, it was,
My
mate,
head.
it was
Yeah.
just like 1999, the Avondale name change. You know, just
Yeah.
a moment, and you get it.
Bang.
A bolt from the blue. So,
That was.
Christian, if I'm not
Firebolt.
wrong, it was Gafana and then Oliveira do Hospital or something like that.
Yes.
I was going to
I'm not
say
sure of
that
the
before you
pronunciation,
guys
but-
spoke, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 4-2 to Kristian to extend the lead. And Kristian, we've gone for specialist subjects now. So
Yeah.
for Blake, we've
He's-
gone with coffee. And for
Yeah.
Kristian, we've gone with a combination of Macedonia and Portugal based on your heritage and where you've spent time abroad. So we'll start with Macedonia. What is
Can Blake buzz in and steal?
if Kristian can't
Wow.
answer it, then sure.
I think that I propose a late rule change.
Oh,
Josh,
okay.
That these should just be free for all questions, but obviously they're favored towards each player.
Okay,
So
all
it's
right.
like
I
a
like it. I
home-
like it.
Yeah, it's like an away goal situation.
Okay.
Wow.
I like it.
So
All
away
right,
goal equals 2, correct?
Oh,
it's
yeah,
more,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, sure. Actually, yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, actually, that's a great wrinkle. So this is Christian's question, but if you get it, Blake, you get 2 points.
Let's go.
What is the name of the longest and largest river in Macedonia?
Come on, Blake.
The Yarra River.
Well, you've done me as well, because I don't know.
I'll give you both a hint. It's also the name of one of Macedonia's most famous football clubs.
He's 100% getting that.
What did you say, Kristian?
Vardar.
That is correct. He's got it.
Wow.
So
There we
it's
go. That's why
5-2.
that's why the handicap is there. To be fair,
It's named after
That's
a river,
true.
apparently, which I learnt while Googling earlier this
Didn't
evening.
know about it, so.
okay. Blake, this is your specialty question.
hmm
How many bars of pressure is preferred when brewing espresso?
As in, like, kilos?
So the measurement that I have is a number and then bars. So if you give me a number and then I can maybe run it through an equivalency calculator, that could also work.
Oh dear, Ed. Is this specific to the one place you're a barista or something?
No, this is.
I was just trusting you here.
I would be, if I was putting pressure, like, so if I was pressing the coffee into the group handle,
Yeah,
is that what we're talking about? So the coffee actually pressing the pressure of the coffee into the group handle?
I believe so. I've Googled it and there's a whole bunch of numbers being.
All right, I'm gonna say 10 kilos of pressure.
I don't know if that's correct or not, but the answer is 9 bars of pressure.
I would have said
So
10.
that's 9 kilos. So I'm pretty close.
You know what, Blake? I believe you, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you the point.
These are just sympathy points.
That's brilliant.
Christian, would you have had any idea?
I would have said 10. I don't know.
Okay, well done, Blake. Good stuff, mate.
All right.
Cheers, Ed.
Controversy there, but anyway. All right, staying with Macedonia, Kristian. Name one, and this can be any year, one Macedonian musician or singer who has performed at Eurovision.
I don't know.
Nothing? I'm assuming Blake doesn't have
Go
anything to
yours.
jump in here.
It's coming to me.
Yeah, Google.
Is-
No, I think
Someone
We
is
might,
someone is ensuring
rule that
Branson
one out.
can't make
Yeah.
these allegations.
Yeah.
No, that's it. Time expired, I think,
All
on
right.
that one.
Yeah.
Big fat 0 on that. So it's 5-3.
Okay. Blake, which type of roast has more caffeine?
The darker roast.
Well, Kristian, your chance to
Christian,
chime in here.
you can also answer.
I don't know.
Do you know what a roast is?
It's dark. It's dark or light, right?
Thank you, Branson.
Actually, I'm going to change my. I'm actually going to change my answer. No. I'm going to stick with my answer. 100%.
Okay. That is incorrect. It is a light roast.
I knew it.
So by virtue of the game, I believe, does Christian get a point there?
Nah,
He gets
nothing.
2. He gets 2.
No way.
Right?
That's
Well,
zero.
he didn't-
He didn't answer.
He didn't answer
He
it
said
correctly.
light.
to be
I
fair.
said light. I said I go the
Light.
opposite of Blake.
You know
Well,
what?
I feel like that was 50-50, so I feel like that's unfair via the rules. But anyway.
Maybe I'll add another. Should I add another coffee question? These coffee questions have been a bit of a flop.
Yeah.
I really should know that. My
In-
boss, if my boss is watching, I'm in big trouble.
In the meantime, Christian,
Yes.
and obviously you can buzz in on this, Blake, but I don't expect you to. In which district is your former club, Oliveira do Hospital, located?
It's Coimbra.
Coimbra. That is absolutely
That-
bang on. And
How
he's
is that
taken
fair?
a 6-3 lead. Well,
I
these
mean,
was
like,
only
it's-
supposed to be individual
Yeah.
it's very
question.
true.
We only
Okay.
introduced that wrinkle right late in the piece.
Here's a different coffee one. What is a red eye coffee? If you were to make a red eye, Blake, how would you do
Yeah.
it?
How would I make a red eye coffee?
Yeah,
Is it an actual coffee?
it is. Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
You've absolutely done me, boys.
Mate, he only
Yeah.
drinks espresso, Ed. All these
Yeah,
different
no.
wrinkles there.
These red eye coffees. I've never heard of one of them in my life. To be
Okay,
honest.
so should I explain?
Yeah, explain it. I'm actually
Okay,
curious.
Please. I
a
don't know
red
what
eye-
you're talking about.
A red eye is the shot of espresso topped off with filter brew. So it's
Wow.
popular in America for people who traditionally fly
Oh,
on
the Americans don't know how to drink coffee, Ed.
on the
Come
red
Yeah,
eye.
exactly right.
I enjoy red eye. Red eye is actually quite nice.
So you've actually had a taste of that.
I
Ed?
have at my
Wow.
local cafe.
All right, Ed. We'll give one more coffee question as compensation.
it's gotta
for the
be
fact
another coffee
that,
question.
that Blake has no idea about
Okay.
Macedonia or
And I've just
Uh,
been hammered in the chat by Steph saying I don't know anything about coffee. So
Okay. Do you want to ask another one for Christian, or do we
No,
just go
no,
into
just
the
one
coffee?
extra because I feel like there's not a
I feel
level
like
playing field.
I feel like it's not going to know it again. Which country invented the piccolo latte?
all right, no, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah.
Talk us through your thought process.
I kind of
here.
want to. I'm just going to
Talk
keep
us through
coming
it.
up. I'm going to keep coming up with ones until.
Well, Ed, the show only goes for an hour, mate.
That's all right. We can go overtime. We're in the virtual
Yeah,
studio.
I'm gonna
now.
say Papua New Guinea.
Very close. Actually, in a similar territory to where Papua New Guinea is. Actually, Australia. Invented
Nah,
the
you're
pic-
lying.
No, I'm serious.
They invented the piccolo.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they also invented the flat white.
Wow.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Give us another one. Hit me with another
All right.
one.
What grind size is best suited for espresso?
As in, is that a number?
Less a number and more of just a general description. So someone said, "How would you like the coffee to be ground if it is to be brewed for espresso?" What would you
Well,
tell?
if it was on an EK, I would put it at
Mm.
1 or 2.
Okay,
as the
see, I don't
setting.
know what that means.
So it'd be very fine.
That's what I'm looking for. Fine.
I think he gets the point there, and
Well
I
done.
think that ties off the quiz. But Christian
Yeah.
is our winner with 6 points to 4.
Pretty close in the end, actually.
Yeah.
I think I should have got double points for that one. I explained that pretty well.
That was a good. What is the 1 or 2? What is an EK machine compared to?
So an EK is like for if you want to do like a pod, like you ground the coffee and it's like obviously a pod
Yeah.
machine. You have an espresso grind in there, so you set it out as 1 or 2, and then if you want like brew batch and stuff is like setting on 4 or 5 or stuff like that.
Okay. So the lower the number, the finer the grind.
Correct.
There you go. Out
You
of
pick this up pretty
curiosity,
quick, Ed.
thanks, man. Out of curiosity, how does the pod coffee work? Because does the pressure build in the pod, or is it just kind of blasted through? This is more just me being curious.
Yeah, Roy's
It's like
based
based
my
on
head
the
in at the
podcast on
moment.
coffee. So just make sure you tune into that.
Yeah, Avenger Radio /
So-
Coffee Radio.
I think we'll have to add
Is-
Joey Katabi into that mix. We're going to do a
Yeah, no, you
coffee
know
podcast.
what? Joey probably is. Joey's a good, but probably more of a connoisseur than me, to be honest, at the moment.
Okay.
But the question to that one, Ed, I mean the answer to that one, not the question. Obviously, the finer the coffee, the more water's going through. So that's where the espresso comes out. But the pressure, it's a good question. Not 100% sure on that one.
He just
we'll
fixes
let
the
it-
machine, mate. He doesn't know how it works.
Yeah, I just drink espressos and make sure it tastes good.
You fix the machine and yell at customers.
All
when
right,
they
wrap this thing up,
piss you
Brent.
off.
Yeah, I was going to say this has been thrilling, boys. It's taken a little bit of a turn. You know, we've gone from Avondale to the FFA Cup all the way to coffee. But Kristian, Blake, thanks very much for joining us on Avenger Radio. Hope lockdown's going all right for you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, lads.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Always a pleasure.
No worries, guys. Thanks again for jumping on. Josh, Ed, we're going to take a very quick break, but we do have more Avenger Radio coming up right after this.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years, but not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years, but not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Hello, welcome back to Avenger Radio. My name is Branson. I'm here in the virtual FNR studio with Josh and Ed, talking all things Avondale FC. We had senior men's players Blake Carpenter and Kristian Trajceski joining us before, but joining us for our next segment, we have from our under 16 girls, we have Zara and Erna. Hello, Zara and Erna. How's it going?
Hello.
That's good. Thanks for jumping on to Avenger Radio on a Tuesday night. How's lockdown going? Zara, what are you doing to stay active? Are you enjoying lockdown, or are you just over it by now?
Kind of over it.
Yeah, definitely over it. Not enjoying it at all.
Fair, very fair.
Yeah.
What are you enjoying the most, though? If you had to find one thing, what are you doing to stay active? What sort of footballing activities have you guys got going on at the moment?
Just training every day for ball, and then some cardio.
Nice.
What sort of ball training do you do? Talk us through it. Do you have like drills that are set out by the coach? Do you watch YouTube videos? What sort of stuff do you work on, Zara?
Just some dribbling and then shooting, and then yeah.
Do you have like a backyard setup, or have you gone down to the park, or?
Go to the park, just get some ladders and then balls, shoot balls, and that's it.
Something I always used to do as a kid was have to lug around a big portable goal to set up in the park, because a lot of the time they just wouldn't have that. Do you guys have those at home with you that you have to throw in the back of the car and set up at the park?
No, I just use goals at the park.
That's
perfect. Perfect. You missed a trick there, Ed.
I know.
Why didn't you just go?
Living in the wrong suburbs.
Yeah, should have just gone to the park with goals, mate. Erna, what's the thing that you find most difficult about lockdown? What's it like going from training, obviously with all your teammates, all the coaches, to doing it on your own?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult because whenever we do like training, we always focus on one thing, and we usually focus on it as a team. And then when you're by yourself, it's kind of different to how you're going to focus on, whatever the skill is, or how you're going to set up your, I guess, training, because it's a bit hard to do. I just try and work on the basic skills. So like my first touch, and you do a lot of juggling to try and help that.
Awesome. What have you made of the season so far? It's been a bit of a crazy one. We've had a couple of, this is our second COVID lockdown. But you have played 5 games so far. Zara, you've got 4 wins, 1 draw, undefeated. What has been your highlight of the season so far?
I think what our highlight has been is really just getting out there and playing as a whole team, because it's really good how we, I guess, connect with each other and really, I guess, control the game. Yeah.
And what do you think as well? What's been your favourite moment of the season so far?
I think, I don't know, there's not really a specific game, but I think all of the games we've played really well. And when we win with not just like 1 goal in front or 2, we win with a couple. So I think that's good that, we create those options.
Let's share a bit about yourselves as footballers. Starting with you, Erna. What kind of positions do you play? What kind of style of player do you consider yourself? What are your strengths?
Sorry, my dad was just
That's
interrupting.
all right. Dad can jump on Avenger Radio as well.
No, I play midfield. Well, so my first year of football, I started playing striker, but then like recent years, I've been transferred to midfield. Last year I played, or 2 years ago, I played more of attacking midfield, and I think this year I'm playing a bit more defending midfield. So that's sort of my role.
Do you like it better there, or would you prefer to be back up front scoring the goals? Or do you see a bit more of the ball in centre midfield?
I think attacking for me is a better option because I'm more familiar with it, but it's all right in defending because, you know, I'm still learning, and I think it's good to be flexible. So I don't really mind, but if you ask me like what my preferred position is, it would be like a cam.
Sure. What about you, Marie?
Zara,
Oh,
sorry, my bad.
I usually, so in indoor futsal, I'm a defender, and then outdoor I can play cam or striker, but I prefer playing striker.
Nice.
You mentioned indoor soccer. How do you find going back and forth? Do you have a preference for indoor soccer versus outfield?
Not really.
I always found outfield. I just got too tired,
Oh.
and it was just too much for me. Now, is indoor soccer almost like a nice break compared to outfield, or there's not really much difference?
Not really, because I usually play like 4 games of futsal on Saturday, and then I got a game on Sunday, which equals kind of same.
That's a decent weekend of football.
Zara, what skills do you think help you the most from futsal? Sorry, apparently that was the toughest question in the world to ask. What do you think about futsal makes you a better outfield player or outdoor player? Sorry.
I think like the time on the ball, the pressure. Like in outdoor, there's much more time, and then in indoor, you learn to you have to hurry up, like be fast in the area because it's a very small field. And then I think your control of the ball helps a lot, and dribbling in small spaces.
Fantastic. All very important aspects of the game. Talking about the team, so Ariane is your coach. She is also one of our senior women's players. How would you describe her coaching style? Is she very quiet? Is she very loud as a coach? Is she tough? What's she like?
I would say she's a really good coach. She's like really calm, and when she advises us, she tries her best so everyone can understand. And I like that about her, how she takes everyone into consideration and not just like us as a whole, but tries to focus on like defense, midfield, and attack. And I really like that.
Has she given you a bit of an insight into what it takes to progress and play for the senior team?
Yeah. So, it's kind of like you really have to push yourself. Like, it's never easy, and then can't really give up when playing, and then all that. Like, if we were to get like say a game we're getting smashed in that, and then we drop our heads, it's like the one who lifts up and all that, who encourages the team to keep going and all that stuff.
And Zara, you're only 13, right? Playing in the under 16 age group. What's that been like as a younger player?
I think it's really good. Gives me a chance to like explore my options and all that, and see what it's like playing in an older league.
What's different about it when you've moved up? Is it just everyone's a bit bigger than you, or is it a little bit more skillful?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more skillful. It's faster. It's harder, like all up.
All across the park, yeah, sure.
And you've been with Avondale for 4 or 5 years now. What's your favourite part about playing at the club?
I think my best season that we had was 2 years ago, so in 2019 when we won the league. I think that was great because I learned a lot of things from that year specifically, and that I've just like tried to build on those skills that I've learned that year. And I think that was one of the highlights of my overall years at Avondale.
Fantastic. We still have the second half of the season still to come, hopefully very, very soon. Zara, what are you most looking forward to for the second half of the year?
Just really getting back on the field. So annoying how we have those little breaks, and then we've got to do catch-up rounds. But yeah, just getting back out on the field and playing.
And Una, what about you?
Yeah, just getting out on the field, playing, improving, and hopefully winning the league again. And yeah.
Fantastic. Sorry, I think my internet's playing up there, Josh. We had this last time. It's one of the sort of lockdown virtual studio quirks that we've got there. My internet's not great, but we're getting there. So sorry about the pause. But Erna, Zara, thank you very much for jumping on Avenger Radio tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully lockdown flies by and you get to jump back out on the pitch sometime soon.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks for jumping on. Ed, Josh, we do have more Avenger Radio coming up after this. We'll have a quick look at what is still to come this year right after the break.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years, but not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Avenger Radio. My name is Branson. I'm here in the virtual studio with Josh and Ed talking all things Avondale FC. Ed, this week's episode of Avenger Radio is proudly brought to us by our good friends, our major partners, Goldfields. Goldfields have a vast wealth of experience, Ed, across multiple facets of property development. Indeed, they are renowned for their unparalleled vision and expertise in the property industry. They specialize in residential apartments, townhouses, master planned land communities, commercial office towers, and mixed use projects. For more information, visit goldfieldsgroup.com.au. Gentlemen, yeah, Goldfields, great partners of Avondale FC. We're very happy with all the support they show us as well. So head to goldfieldsgroup.com.au for more information on them.
Branson,
Yeah,
I was just going to say, there's one point in that ad read that that piqued my interest, potentially due to just your intonation, which is the master planned land community, which I had no idea what it was. But there are a number of compelling reasons to buy in a master plan land community. Just reading from a sort of dot point clickbait article here, Branson. They are packed with amenities and character.
Yep.
They are ideal for working professionals. They are healthy by design, and there's always something going on. It's a community.
Is a master plan land like almost like a pre-built suburb? Is that?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a pre-built suburb, so that you can actually properly design it in terms of community spaces and amenities and so forth.
Fake suburb.
Well, yes, but also one that is
I guess all the
designed
suburbs are
to
fake.
perfection, Ed.
Yes, designed to perfection and with
Rather than
mean,
the sort of
we
ad
know
hoc things that we've inherited from decades ago.
we know someone who lives in a master plan land.
Do we?
The Reese man,
Oh, yeah, he does too.
Clyde North.
I wonder if Goldfields were involved in Clyde North. We'll have to
Well,
ask him.
if they were, I could tell when I visited because everything was pristine and magical.
Back
Which
to you, Branson.
You should add that to the ad read, by the way, Branson.
Fantastic. Yeah, Goldfield's doing. I can. I'll just take notes here, mate. We'll add to it. We'll be bigger and better next time.
Yeah.
Lads, we were talking before. We've got a big second half of the season still to come. Unfortunately, of course, due to the COVID lockdown, the season has been put on pause. News today that the lockdown will be extended for a further 7 days. So that, of course, impacts this weekend's game as well. We still have some massive games coming up. We've got our FFA Cup round of 32 clash. We're set to take on NPL Tasmania side, the Devonport Strikers. That is going to be an absolutely massive game. We're the home team in that as well. It'll be at ABD Stadium in August in a few weeks. We've also got the Doherty Cup semi-final as well, a chance when we take on Port Melbourne to advance to the final. First time we will have qualified for the Doherty Cup final should we make it. We've also got the title race. We sit on top of the league, 17 games played. We've got a 7-point gap over the Oakley Cannons. There's plenty still to come, boys. What are we most excited about?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing who plays left back next match. Because it's going to be a headache for Zoran Markovsky in the league because Blake is, of course, suspended with his 5th yellow card, as he revealed tonight. We've got, unfortunately, an injury in the squad as well. I guess you'd put James Rekubene in there if he's available.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a little bit of a reshuffle for Zoki to work in the next league game. But I'm just excited that Avondale is still competing on 3 fronts. Still a chance of a treble, Branson.
Yes.
It would be historic. I don't think anyone's won the Doherty FA Cup and MPL Victoria before. They definitely haven't.
The thing that I'm excited for as well is if we win the FFA Cup, we qualify for the Asian Champions League as well.
Good luck, Sam Watson, on that front.
Avondale on tour. Looking forward to away days in Thailand, Vietnam.
It'll probably be a hub in Abu Dhabi, let's be honest. So.
Yeah, which to be fair isn't really that bad. But Branson, I'm sure as Avenger Radio hosts, I say plural hosts, we would get an invite.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we've done a couple of outside broadcasts. We have some plans to do that for upcoming cup games as well. We would have had one for the Doherty Cup semi-final against Port Melbourne. Of course, unfortunately, that got postponed. But if Avenger Park goes on tour in Asia, mate, we're on board. We're locked.
I'd be a little bit worried if Avenger Park is going on tour, Brandon. Hopefully Avenger Radio can go live from Doha incoming.
Everyone in the van, we cruise around.
The Avenger van.
Avenger van.
Yeah, and what do you think, mate? Which, if you had to pick one to prioritize, as Josh said, obviously we're still going for all 3. Of course, you try to win every single game you play. Where would you focus on? Would you focus on the FFA Cup, where, obviously a difficult one to win? You're hoping to draw an A-League club and get a big result on a big night there. You're 2 wins away from silverware in the Doherty Cup, but then we've also got the league as well, which is sort of the principal focus, and we're still trying to win our first piece of top flight silverware as well. Where do you lean?
I think it kind of just depends on where everything lines up. If you're in a position where you've got an FFA Cup game against an A-League side that is, clashing with a couple of league games, I would say prioritize the FFA Cup. But it's just circumstantial. Winning the league, I think, is really important, but we know how rogue finals can be. Like, we know how weird that can get. And I still think that the Premier should just be crowned based on the table position. That's just me. But Avondale's focus should be finals, if anything, which is unexciting for me, that finals is a thing that exists. But I think that's where the focus has to lie, just ensuring everyone's fit.
It is still an opportunity to play at Amy Park, which, let's not underrate the significance of that for semi-professional footballers. I mean, that's quite exciting.
it is exciting, but outside of the novelty of playing on Amy Park, I just think that like last season, the winner of the last time we saw a grand final wasn't the best team all year in the NPL. Like it felt a bit strange seeing Bentley Greens win the title
with their new manager in charge.
Yeah, it didn't feel correct.
Yeah, I think there's several traditionalists, or lots of traditionalists in NPL land that would tell you that the premiers are in fact Heidelberg and not their reigning premiers are in fact Heidelberg, not Bentley.
Yeah.
So.
Because you can have the best season in the NPL, you can go completely undefeated. We're talking about Avondale going on 20-game unbeaten streaks, and then it takes one game at the end of the season where you get rotten luck, a bad refereeing decision, and now you're considered a failure of a team. It's kind of BS for me.
Well, that grand final as well was particularly heartbreaking. I think it was Tasuku Sakai hit the crossbar really early on in extra time as well, so came literally inches away, and then of course it was decided on penalties again. So two moments in one game. Yeah, well, Bentley that season as well, so they won the grand final after finishing 5th. But Josh, same question for you towards Ed. Which avenue do you lead as being the most critical for Avondale?
I would still say the league, because Avondale are yet to lift that title. If Avondale had been a prior league winner, then I would probably say the FFA Cup, because it's the competition that puts you on the map on a national stage. And to knock off an A-League team, or even just play against an A-League team, is a huge feather in the cap for the club, I'm sure. But given that Avondale are yet to taste league glory, and that's been a real priority for the playing group and the coaching staff to finally get over that hurdle, I'd say completing the league and finals double, if we can call it that, Ed, the finishing on top and doing the business at Amy Park, I think that's the number one priority. And unfortunately for an old and historic competition, the Doherty Cup is often a bit of an afterthought. But if you can win it, you're more than happy to, if you get to the final, of course.
And if you score a winning goal in the Doherty Cup, you might just end up in a club show intro on Football Nation Radio.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we should actually do that, Branson. When we get back to the studio, that should be a priority to spice up the Avenger Radio intro music with a few great Avondale moments. And maybe those moments are yet to come this season.
Well, Branson, I was going to say, in terms of something that I don't know if you asked this question to Josh before, but things that I'm most excited for coming up into the second half of the season is Avondale's kit game, which we spoke about last week. Sam Watson was incredibly optimistic about what we could bring to the Avondale supporters, more specifically us at Football Nation Radio, who are kit fiends. The FFA Cup specialty kit. I'm so stoked for that. Do we have an update on when that could be announced, Branson?
We do have a little bit of an update. So the good news is the kits have arrived. So the kits have already touched down. The kits are in the country. They're in Melbourne. So
are they quarantining? 14 days?
Well, they've been here for a little while apparently. So that the best news there is the kits are ready to go. So we don't have to worry about the coronavirus impact on shipping or anything like that. The kits will be worn. The update, got an update today actually in chats with Puma, just trying to figure out exactly, the logistics and stuff around minimum orders and all that sort of thing. But Ed, it's looking good, mate. We're doing everything we can to be able to make them available. So not just the FFA Cup kit, but hopefully the pink kit as well. So
if we get a hold of that, I like how you just drop, in chats with Puma.
Yeah.
Just very, very casually.
Yeah, no, good chats. Very good people at One Sport Puma who have certainly helped us out and hooked us up with a fantastic FFA Cup kit. So we'll definitely be wearing that in our clash against the Devonport Strikers. We've got some big plans for the big reveal, which, mate, Ed, it might even happen live on Avenger Radio as well. So there's a few things that we have to do. Make the reveal look as nice as possible, if that makes sense. Photo shoots and that sort of stuff. So we're still just trying to organise that. We had plans in place. Lockdown has what's the word? How would you say? Thrown a spanner in the works for those initial plans. I was trying to think of a football jersey pun, but none came immediately to mind, unfortunately, mate.
Thrown a stitch that we do not wish to pull on, or else it will unravel the rest of our plans going forward.
That's it.
Perfect.
I've got your back.
Looking ahead, so we have the FFA Cup kit to look forward to. We are doing our absolute best to make that available to the Avondale community as well. So definitely looking forward to that. We have 6 games. I was going to say 6 games to go in the league. A couple stand out as extra big clashes. We still have to face Hume City. We've got a big clash against second-placed Oakley Cannons coming up. Still have to play South Melbourne again. And then, of course, Heidelberg United. Josh, which of those games do you think leaps out at you? The other games while we're going through, we still have to play St. Albans, Altona, and Green Gully as well.
I honestly think the Hume game, based on form, Hume are looking very tasty. Oakley, I think, are beatable despite their table position. I haven't been totally convinced with the performances, and I think Avondale can get the better of them. But I think Hume might be a tough ask. So that's the one that I would be circling as potential banana skin, and maybe match of the season to come.
Match of the season. You're not looking at Oakley, Josh.
Oakley. I just think they're not as good as the sum of their parts. That's what I think about Oakley. I think they're a team of great individuals, but they're not a great team yet. They may yet gel in a way that we haven't seen so far this season. But at the moment, it's been very much moments of individual brilliance and magic that have bailed them out in games.
They're a finals side.
They are definitely a finals side.
They're a finals.
I don't think they're going to win the league, though.
You know who's really going to suffer from finals? And it was the team you mentioned before, Josh, with Hume. They are a team that we all kind of love because, before lockdown, they were really, really good. They were looking really, really tidy. Started the season, they struggled, but now they've come back to what we were kind of expecting of them. But they're the type of team which is just consistent, grind out the results, whatever. But they're not necessarily a team that has a lot of flair or unpredictability. And they're not really going to win by a huge margin.
Very much a system kind of outfit. Very dependent on the kind of patterns of play that are drawn up in training. And a lot of the goals are straight off the training park. So I think they're a team that can be scouted and you can develop a plan to nullify them. And they're not going to come up with that sort of inspiration. Those two clubs, Oakley and Hume, in terms of freelancing and sort of on-the-day inspiration are polar opposites, I think. And it's an interesting contrast between the sort of system, well-coached team versus the team that hasn't quite worked it out collectively but has individuals of such caliber that they can come up with anything at any given moment to win a game.
I know we're running out of time, but I have to highlight this, as I always do on Avenger Radio. If the season ended now, we would see if this is the correct final structure, is it first versus sixth?
No, it is third versus sixth, fourth v fifth, and then lowest ranked to first. It's the same as the A-League finals.
If it was first versus sixth, this would be very exciting for me because Avondale would be facing Port Melbourne Sharks.
You have a little soft spot for Port Melbourne, Ed.
Massive soft spot.
You're a big Sharkies man. I think you're the only Port Melbourne Sharks supporter, in the state.
Not true. Yeah. I went down 2 Sundays ago to watch Port Melbourne versus Hume. And there was a lot of exciting things happening. The greats of Lockie Flanagan was there. There was a man with a pair of headphones quietly commentating the game, which is not suspicious.
Who was not on the Football Victoria stream.
No, but he had
giving a bit of data to an external provider.
Yeah, he had an accreditation, which means it's all good.
It's all kosher, for sure.
Yeah, it's totally kosher, man.
That's it. Ed, as you mentioned though, mate, we are running out of time. There's not much of an update that we have, unfortunately, on a return to football. Obviously, it's all pending on the late from Victorian government. We do know that the lockdown has been extended by a week, so that at least means that there will be no games again this weekend, unfortunately. Stay tuned, though, to the Avondale Facebook page. That is where you will find the latest news and updates as it comes through to us, and then obviously we'll post it to share with the Avondale community. But boys, hopefully we'll have Avondale football back out on the park again soon. That pretty much brings us to an end, though, for Avenger Radio this week. We will be back next week. It will be another virtual episode of Avenger Radio coming to you live on Zoom. Thanks very much for joining us, Ed and Josh, and we'll see you next week, lads.
Thanks, Branson.
Nice dress, brother.
See you later, guys. Thanks very much for tuning into Avenger Radio this week. We'll be back next week. Have a good week.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.